Ben, back at Alvechurch after a pulsating 3-3 draw against Lye Town. Just firstly, give me your overall reaction to what you just saw out there.
Yeah, it's been good to be back. To be fair, obviously not how we expected things to plan out, but that's football sometimes. So here I am, and time to focus on getting as high up this table as we can. And the first part of that was today against Lye Town, and I just said in there, if you'd probably asked me at the start of the season, would I have taken a point against Lye Town? My answer would have been yes. But then, looking at the game, that we led the game twice, I thought we were the better side for large parts of the game. My answer now is probably no. But looking back to the first comment, I'm extremely proud that against the side that, like Lye Town, who I'm sure will be competing at the top of the table, in my opinion, is we've been the better side for the majority of the game.
And it was in really extremely tough conditions out there. So to come back, you went one down, to come back and battle against probably third, I think it's third in the league, to come back and get a result like that must be really pleasing.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes we were poor, really, really poor. I had a feeling that would be the case. Probably wasn't our strongest warm-ups that we've ever had, and I just had a bad feeling we'd probably start the game a little bit slow, and we did. We were just hoofing the ball with no real direction towards it, and it was just one-way pressure coming back towards us, and eventually they didn't rip us apart, but it was just a cross, and unfortunately came off the wrong part of Jess Wallace's head and then hooped over Abby into the goal. But then from there, I thought we were the dominant team, and like you said, to come back against a side like Lye from a goal down within 2 to 3 minutes as well, to have that character and do that was superb. And then third goal was a deflection. So nice that we haven't really been ripped apart in the goals that we conceded. One was a deflection, and another one was just an own goal, which was just a bit unlucky.
And based on the last 3 results, you're now unbeaten in 3 games, so it's obviously pleasing for yourself to be heading in the right direction, and even the performances are getting better on each week as well.
Yeah, they are. Obviously, I wasn't there for the shift night and league game, but the Counting game was a really good performance, and then last week was superb, and then again followed up really by another pretty good performance. So I think I've said in one of my previous interviews when maybe the results weren't going in our direction, is that it would come eventually, and it feels like we're getting there. But it definitely feels that way, that we've come off the pitch against Lye Town, and we're not really accepting a point as being good enough.
And you're just getting to terms with the league, and you've talked about turning that corner. You've obviously got Lye Town next week as well. So, what's the most important things now going into that one?
Yeah, it's to plan and prepare accordingly. Re-look at some of the footage from today. Look at some of the things to nullify, but also some of the things to exploit from an in possession and an out of possession point of view. But to be honest, a lot of it the same. Like I said, certainly for 70 minutes of the game, I thought we were the better side. So it's to take that 70 minutes and take it into next week. But it's obviously at their home ground on their grass pitch, something that they'll be a little bit more familiar to. Obviously, we had the home advantage today being on the 3G surface, which is something that we're good at, and we tend to be hard to be beaten at on that surface. So yeah, it will be a more difficult test, but we'll just plan and prepare accordingly.